All right, people, it's your boy Bry. We're coming at you from the compound. I got home today about noon, and the first thing that was on my mind, the very first thing, was to pick me up some 4 ribeyes from Wegmans out in Cicero. And you say, my friend Bry, why? Why has it got to be 4? Well, if you buy less than 4, you have to pay more per pound, and you get the deal. They cut off like $2 a pound if you buy 4. But the very next thing that was on my mind was these trailers I got out back. Let's take a look at what your boy Bry's got for you today. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see from a distance, how do we say the word of the day is level? They are level from top to top. They are level and parallel side to side. And I want you to take a look at the situation. What I did was I pulled the tires off, and you say to yourself, my friend Bry, those are about 5,000 pounds empty. How did you maneuver them around? Did your machine do it? No, my machine did not do this. That's a little heavy for my little machine. But what we've got is something called horse sense and a farmer's jack. I've got 2 of these farmer's jacks, and they work great. They'll pick about 5,000 pounds up, so if you're picking one corner at a time, you can do it. And you say to yourself, my friend Bry, how do you know they're level really? I mean, do you have a board that long? Well, as you can see, your friend Bry in his other lifetime used to be a concrete guy. And I've got these little blocks right here. I probably had these for 20-something years. They used to make them out of wood, but I have the plastic ones. And as you can see, we have a good footing. We have a 2-inch block at the bottom. I've leveled those first. Took a rubber hammer and tamped them in, put this cinder block, and then we put a top cap on there. Now some of them you'll see have some wood under them, it's shimming them. But you say to yourself, how do you know that's level, my friend Bry? Let's take a look. Ho-ho! The level and the bubble never lie. I don't know if you're keen enough to see that, but right there, you can see that bubble. And your friend Bry is literally, we are in high cotton right now. But I want you to look at that, and I want you to say to yourself, that is what you do when you do things with a spirit of excellence and you just don't do a half-assed job. But let's take a look at the overall situation. As you see, I pulled the tires off in order to get it low enough. I wanted to get it low enough so that I can possibly pull these tongues out if I need to. And as you can see, I've got some, I'm going to make these actually better. I got to cut some full-size boards for those. But as you can see, I've got it strung across. Now, this was not perfectly straight with each other. So what I did was I grabbed a little come-along setup here, and we shimmied it over. And when I say we, it's me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and Irene, I guess you could say. We shimmied that over with a mechanical advantage. That's what they call this. They call this a come-along, but what they call it in the construction world or the industrial world, they call this a mechanical advantage. So you use your mechanical advantage to move things heavy, like what your friend Bryce got back here. The axles are very good. If I need them, I already greased the bearings and cleaned them all real good. If I need to move them, I can. But the overall situation is, how do I even say this without sounding, I'm a humble guy, you know, your friend Bry's humble, but I also want to stay realistic. And I understand that not everybody's going to be able to come out and get this done because they don't have their confidence higher than a midget's knees. And that's what you need to do something like this. You can't sit in the garage and say, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't think I can accomplish that. You have to come out here and you have to try some things out. Now, I will say be careful. You can see your friend Bry is not playing. And, you know, we've got a few little things to improve on, but we've got her level back here. As you can see, I even put plywood back there to get it absolutely correct. Now, I have to get a full size. I have the full size, what are they, 8x8s or 6x6 treated lumber. I'm going to cut them on the table saw to get them a full size. But as you can see, I tried to center the block on the main part of the pad so that it wasn't just on the edge and kicking it over time. I do want to pull these couple of stumps out right here. I'm going to cut these. Just cut them down to the base. There's 3 of them there. But yeah, we're really happy with it. This is the situation over here. You see I cut some boards just to try different stuff. But I got it right because, you know, your friend Bry's not going to do a halfway job. But that's the situation. We're loving it, and we're saying we've got to get her done right every time, because you know you're not going to sit back and say to yourself, this is a job that you can just throw in and don't worry about it. Because later on, as you know, your friend Bry, first of all, what a beautiful day out. I got home to a beautiful day. Is going to run some C-channel down both sides, and then we're going to run a front piece and a back piece and a couple in the middle, and we're going to run tin down it and then tin in the back. And I could even run like a, I don't want to say a barn door here, but I could run a sliding door if I put a rail on there to close off, you know, for the hard part of the winter, and to keep, how do I say, things out of the public's view. I am going to go ahead and paint them, I believe, a different, like almost a forest green, or in between the forest and the olive green, to help them blend in my woods a little better. The more I see this, the more I'm saying to myself, I'm glad I stuck to it, and I'm glad I didn't, how do I say, become a half-asser in the process. Because it's very easy to give up, people. That's the easy path. But your friend Bry is not trying to take the easy path. He's saying to himself, I'd just as soon not even have these here if I can't do it right. And I'm certainly not going to throw something back here and not be able to utilize it and use it correctly. Now I'll be able to come in here, I'm going to build some ramps. Let's take a look at what I'm talking about. So down in here, as you can see, I'm going to unhook these tabs here and unhook the sides, and we're going to slide this tongue underneath the trailer. So if I have to prove that they're trailers, I can run them back up and bolt them down. But the whole idea was to get through the codes department. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to, off these pockets on the corners, I'm going to run either a board across there, a treated board. We're going to go ahead and anchor that in. And I'm going to run some ramps that'll probably come out 6 feet, something soft, you know, so that I can come up in here with my zero turn, put that away for the winter. We can turn around and even put the four-wheeler in there if we have to. As you can see, we've got quite a bit of room in here, especially if I organize it. Now, I did see on the Tiki Talk shop, they got some nice metal racks for like $100 each. I think I'm going to get 4 of them. So we're going to go across the back with one, and we're going to come right down here with racks. So this side you can put equipment and tools, but you can actually store your little stuff on the racks. And of course, your friend Bry's going to go ahead and put some lights in here, because the situation is you got to be able to see at nighttime. And in the winter, if you come out here, you don't want to feel like John Wayne Gacy's around the corner ready to, you know, slit your throat. I want to be able to see what's going on. But that's the deal. We're happy with it, and we're saying to ourselves, only the Wheeler Hill Road Recluse could have accomplished this efficiently. Let's put it that way. If you don't know what the Wheeler Hill Road Recluse is, I guess you'll have to go back into some of my videos, or you could call my friend from childhood, Mr. Matt, over in Sherrill. He'll explain to you what the Wheeler Hill Road Recluse is. This is your friend Bry. We getting her done. We getting her done right. I've got to get on down the road. I've got steaks to cook. I'll talk to y'all later.